What's up, guys? Volt here, bringing you a brand new movie car remake. In today's remake, I am bringing you the Sikorsky MH-53 Pave 3 that was in Transformers, better known as the Decepticon Blackout. Now, as you see here in the front, we have the Raiju in the form of Starscream, which I'll put a link down in the description below for you guys to check out that video if you haven't checked it out. It's a very simplistic, easy build for your Raiju. It looks really cool. Got a good feedback on it, and I know some people say it's not the right jet, but it's what we have closest in game. But this one here is also a Decepticon, better known as Blackout. Now, you're probably wondering who is Blackout. Blackout is the Pave that shows up at the military base at the very beginning of the movie, roughly, and they tell the pilot actually get out of the helicopter and everything, or, you know, like power down and all that. He transforms and he pretty much takes on the entire military base, and the protagonist people are there as well. So they kind of get out in all the skirmish, but he like destroys the military base and just pretty much eradicates most of the military people in there as well. It's a really cool scene, a really awesome scene. In the movie, they were actually looking for the Witwicky's glasses, better known as Sam's grandfather's glasses, that way they can find where Megatron was and everything. I honestly wasn't planning on doing this build or anything close to this build for it, but after looking at the helicopter in game and doing a little bit of research and everything, I thought it was actually the easiest and probably the most simplistic build that you could do for Blackout. I mean, overall it screams for the build, and it is pretty much the exact helicopter we need for the build. Now, there isn't really too much known about the helicopter in the movie. All I know is that it was a Pave and it was just like a lightish bluish gray color mainly in the entire thing. That's what I came up with, a custom crew color. Again, there's not going to really be too much going over in this video. It's probably going to be a very short video compared to most of my other builds. We're going to get off and start off with what we always do, which is the base price. You want to go to the internet. You want to go to the Travel and Transport website. You want to go down to the Warstock Cash and Carry website. You want to go down and you want to find yourself the DH-7 Iron Mule, part of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. Now, this helicopter can also fit 16 people. That's insane. So now, if you do not have the trade price like I do, you're going to be paying a whopping $2,345,000 on this, which is, I'm going to put it right here for you guys. And I mean, if you buy it at that much, you kind of lose a little bit of value in that. But if you do buy it with the trade price, which again, if you do the final mission, the Titan job, as the leader and everything, like you buy the hangar that's up in Sandy Shores, you actually do the missions, you do the finale, you complete it as the leader and everything, not as a associate, then you get the discount price, which is $1,758,750. So this is actually a lot better of a price. This is actually cheaper than a normal cargo bomb in game, and I have to say that this thing is amazing. Like, this thing can lift up pretty much any vehicle in the game almost. It doesn't have any trouble at all. It takes like 6 to 8 homing rockets and RPGs. The tail fin like doesn't get shot out like most other helicopters. I think it takes like 20 shots to shoot it out. It's really fast. It's going to be really good for grinding, especially if you do vehicle cargo. And along those lines, I mean, it is pretty much Blackout. As you can see, it's got the little piece right here sticking out. It's got the like hazard or like caution design on top of the propellers and everything. The design looks exactly like a Pave. I mean, it is pretty much in game a Pave, so, and it fits perfectly for Blackout. Now you're probably wondering, well, 1.7 million is quite a bit. You're not really gonna be paying too much for customization either. Probably like anywhere from 100,000 to maybe like 150 at max. I wouldn't even say that much. I mean, it depends on what defenses you put on. I would say I would personally put on chaff, but I mean, I'll go over that here in a little bit. But if you actually complete the finale and everything, you do get a little bit of a discount more on this, because you do get paid $500,000 roughly for this. It'll be bumping it down to about 1.3 million for this if you actually have a little bit of money left over yet. So you won't have to pay the full 1.7. But you do have to buy the hangar, which is like 1.3 or 1.5 or something like that. So it kind of balances out. But I mean, I definitely would go for the trade price. I wouldn't do the buy it now price unless you have billions of dollars and everything. So go for it for that way if you want. But I mean, this thing is going to be a really good grinding vehicle. So I'd definitely buy one if you could. So anyways, once you buy it, it's going to be delivered to your hangar like we see here. And we're just going to get in and customize the beauty, because I mean, it is an absolute beauty. So I really can't go over anything else. It's just in the like helicopter class, I believe. It literally looks like a Pave color. I think I look pretty decent, especially out in the sun, which I'll go outside here in a little bit. But I mean, I'll go over every single option here that I went for. I mean, it's completely up to you if you want to do for anything else. But the armor, I went for the 100%. I mean, if you put the armor 100% on there, it's going to take like 6 to 8 homings or RPGs and explosive shots and like railgun shots and all that. I think it's even more railgun shots. I think it's like 10 or 12. It's a really tanky helicopter. And I mean, it doesn't have a little machine machine gunner on or anything, but it is going to be really good for grinding, especially doing like vehicle cargo and everything. It does have a little like camera that you can actually use the hook with and everything, and it actually does drop down a lot farther than the cargo bob as well. But yeah, 100% armor is what I went for there. After that, I went to the countermeasures and put on the chaff. I always like the chaff. I did have flare on at one point, but it's kind of useless. So the chaff is actually really good. You can kind of like not really spam it, but you can use it pretty quick so people can't lock onto you. And this thing can actually dodge missiles pretty good compared to most other helicopters and things in game. It's pretty good overall. And if you have a passenger, they can actually lock onto people outside that are kind of close by. So like if a MK2 or something is flying nearby you, they should be able to lock onto it with a machine gun pistol, a revolver with FMJ rounds, something like that, and shoot them out pretty easy, or damage them quite a bit that they'll get scared. So I would say definitely go with chaff. Even though you can still dodge missiles, chaff is the best option to go for there. After that, move on to the engine. Just go with the engine upgrade 4. From there, move on to the handling. You just want to go with the race handling. The livery, I was actually thinking about doing the actual naval camo because it did have like what looked to be like a camo on it, but upon further investigation and a little bit of information, it's just a solid color one. So definitely go with none for the livery. You just want it to be that nice light bluish gray color. So yeah, just definitely go with none for the livery. And that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll see you guys in 2 seconds with a roll steel primary color. All right, and we're back. As you can see, I have my helicopter and my primed out rolled steel. Pretty much what I always do for all my builds. That way you know what custom colors I'm going to be doing for the LSC color and custom crew color. Again, guys, I try to add 2 in here because a lot of people say they can't use or do my custom crew color. So they want an alternative, and I try to do the best I can in alternatives. But the alternatives are, I would say, anywhere from like 50 to 60% as accurate as like the 70 to 80% as accurate my custom crew colors are. You just have to choose which one is best for you. So we're going to go with the LC color first. So you want to go to the primary color, go down to the classics, you want to go down to the shadow silver. This is sadly the lightest bluish gray we can actually get in game. And I mean, the best thing you can go for is the shadow silver and classic. And then the weird part is if you actually go down to pearlescent, you can actually throw a pearlescent on the classic colors, which is kind of weird. But we're going to be throwing the same exact custom pearlescent that we have on our custom crew color, which is going to be dark steel. It's going to definitely give it a lot more shine, a little bit more definition. But again, it does nothing compared to my custom crew color. But yeah, that's so the secondary color. You're just going to copy it. See that little piece in the front there? As you can see, I can maybe like swap through it real quick on a little nose on the front there, the little yellow nose right now. All you're going to do is just change that to the same exact color as you have the primary, which is going to be a shadow silver. It's going to be all one color. Can't change the like orange kind of design around the windows or the like tips of the propellers or anything. I would say definitely go with the shadow silver for secondary and primary, and then the dark steel for the pearlescent. And that is the LC color done, guys. It's okay. I'm not saying it's going to be great, but it works. But I'll put the hex code and RGB down in the description below, as well as the hex code on screen right now for you guys for my custom crew color. So you'll see it change in 3, 2, 1. See how much lighter that gets? See how much better it gets? More gray, especially out in the light too. So in the shadows, it looks a little bit more bluish, but in the light, it looks a bit more grayish with like a hint of blue to it. So it just fits really well. You just want to apply that just like that. Make sure the pearlescent is still on a dark steel. Sadly, it was like a matte or like a satin color, but we can't really do that kind of texture in game. So a dark steel kind of still gives that kind of silver kind of look to it and a little bit of shine to it, but it doesn't overpower it like something like a bluish silver, like an ice white or frost white or something along those lines. Again, secondary color, same exact thing. Just go to custom crew color. That's it, guys. That's how you recreate the Sikorsky MH-53J Pave 3 that was in Transformers, better known as the Decepticon Blackout. Again, I'm relatively happy with this. I'm mainly using it for grinding anymore, and it is amazing. I would highly recommend picking up one of these if you actually get the chance. And yeah, let's just go outside. Hopefully it's sunny out. Okay, well, it's not sunny out, for one. As you can see, the custom crew color, it is mainly a gray, but you can see a bit of like a blue hue to it. And I think this looks awesome. It looks really good in the sun, but as you can see, like the shadows or like at night or whatever, it looks a little bit more blue than gray. I'm relatively happy with how the build turned out. It's so simplistic. There's very much, literally no customization options to it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave comments down in the comment section down below for what build you'd like to see next. Yeah, guys, links down in the description below for the Discord and the crew. Free to join, free to leave anytime you wish. With all that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day/night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the love and support, as always. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. I'll catch you guys later, and I'm out. Peace.